Yep, we good. So the first book I'll be reading is As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. Random page, random chapter. Right. Excuse me. Sixth morning. In the pure heart, there is no room left where personal judgments and hatred can find lodgment, for it is filled to overflowing with tenderness and love. It sees no evil, and only as man succeed in seeing no evil in others will they become free from sin and sorrow and suffering. If man only understood that their heart that sins must sorrow, that the hateful mind tomorrow reaps its barren harvest, weeping, starving, resting not, nor sleeping, tenderness will fill their being. They would see with pity seeing if they only understood. Sixth evening. To stand face to face with truth, to arrive after innumerable wanderings and pains at wisdom and bliss, not to be finally defeated and cast out, but to ultimate triumph over every inward foe. Such is man divine destiny, such his glorious goal, and his and this every saint, sage, and savior has declared. A man only begins to be a man when he ceases to want and reveal, and commences to search for the hidden justice which regulates his life. And as he adapts his mind to the regulating factor, he ceases to accuse others as the cause of the condition and builds himself up in a strong and noble thoughts, ceases to kick against circumstances, but begins to use them as aids to his more rapid progress, as and as a means of discovering the hidden powers and possibilities with himself. Seventh morning. The will to evil, the will to evil, and the will to good are both within thee. Which wilt thou employ? Thou knowest what is right and what is wrong. Which wilt thou love and foster? Which destroy? Thou art the chooser of thy thoughts and deeds, and thou art the maker of thine inward state. The power is thine to be what thou wilt be. Thou buildest truth and love, or lies and hate. Seventh evening. The teaching of Jesus brings man back to the simple truth that righteousness or right doing is entirely a matter of individual conduct and not a mystical something apart from a man's thought and deeds. Calmness and patience can become habitual, but first grasping through effort a calm and patient thought, and then continuously thinking it and living in it until use becomes second nature and anger and impatience pass away forever. The eighth morning. Man is made or unmade by himself. In the armory of thought he forges the weapons by which he destroys himself. He also fashioned the tools with which he builds for himself heavenly mansions of joy and strength and peace. By the right choice and true application of thought, man ascends to the divine perfection. By the abuse and wrong application of thought, he descends below the level of the beast. Between these two extremes are all the grades of character, and man is the maker and master. As a being of power, intelligence, and love, and the Lord of his own thoughts, man holds the key to every situation. Eighth evening. Whatsoever you harbor in the innermost chambers of your heart will sooner or later, by the inevitable law of reaction, shape itself in your outward life. Every soul attracts its own, and nothing can possess. I'm sorry. Every soul attracts its own, and nothing can possibly comes to it that does not belong to it. To realize this is to recognize the universality of divine law. If thou wouldest right the world and banish all its evils and its woes, make its wild places bloom, and its dearest blossom as the rose, then right thyself. The ninth morning. Whatever conditions are rendering your life burdensome, you may pass out of and beyond them by developing and utilizing within your transforming power of self purification and self conquest. Before the divine radiance of pure heart, all darkness vanish and all clouds melt away. And he who has conquered self has conquered the universe. He who sets his foot firmly upon the earth of self conquest, who walks aided by staff of faith, the highway of self sacrifice, will will assuredly achieve the highest prosperity and will reap abundant and enduring joy and bliss. Ninth evening. It is the silent and the conquering thought forces which brings all things into manifestation. The universe grew out of thought. To just all your thoughts to be a perfect and unswerving optim, faith in the omnipotent, omnipotency and supremacy of good. It is to cooperate with that good, and to realize within yourself the solution and destruction of all evil. To mentally deny evil is not sufficient. To mentally deny evil is not sufficient. It must be it must by daily practice to be risen above and understood. To affirm that good mentally it is inadequate. It must be unswerving, and it must be a it must inadequate. It must by unswerving endeavor, by enter into and comprehending. 10th morning. Every thought you think is a force sent out. Whatever your position in life may be, before you can hop to the enter into a measure of success, usefulness, and power, you must learn how to focus your thought forces by cultivating calmness and repose. There is no difficulty, however great, but will yield before a calm and purposeful concentration of thought, and no legitimacy, legitimate, legitimate, legitimate object but may be speedily actualized by the intelligent use and direction of one's soul forces. Think good thoughts, and they will quickly become actualized in your outward life in the form of good conditions. 10th evening. That which you become will be and hope to be, you may be now. Now accomplished resides in your perpetual postponement, and having the power to postpone, you also have the power to accomplish, to perpetuate, accomplish, realize this truth. You and you shall be today and every day the ideal being of whom you dream. Say to yourself, I will live in my ideal now. I will manifest my ideal now. I will be my ideal now. And all that tempts me away from the ideal, I will not listen to. I will listen only to the voice of my ideal. And this is a book, As a Man Thinketh, by James Allen. The next book I'm going to read is HITT. Identify active muscles, include detailed anatomical diagrams. And if you just tapping in, I appreciate your time. Thank you for coming on to my live. Make sure you go follow my wife, Dion's Life, on YouTube. That's Dion's Life, DIONNE apostrophe S. She's crushing it, y'all. So make sure you share this video. Have this video go from 1 shares to 10 shares, 10 shares to 100 shares, 100 shares to 1,000 shares, 1,000 shares to 10,000 shares, 10,000 shares to 100,000 shares. The rest, 100,000 shares to a million shares, and it all starts with you. So thank you again for tapping in. Allah's greatest gift is time. So I've been on here for 10 minutes, and thank you for your time, your support, your subscription, your Venmos, your donations. I see it all. I thank everybody. I'm truly, truly, truly grateful for everyone. Shout out to my team, our True Power team. Shout out to my wife Dion, and a shout out to Allah is the greatest God. He's the all knowing, the all hearing, so the all seeing, the all wise. So um, I'm grateful today. I am very a random page, random chapter, book right here. Boom. Okay, it says chapter 2, power exercises. Excuse me. Chapter 2, power exercises. Traditional exercises like the push up, pull up, or crunch have earned their places in both military boot camps and boot camp style gym classes because they are so versatile. When you are working to pump up your muscles, you can also pump up your power and endurance. You can easily incorporate these classic exercises into an interval training program. Before them at their highest intensity and high volume to really get your heart rate up and challenge your stamina and endurance. You can also combine power moves or functional exercises. The high intensity burpee and its made variants. From example, mix a squat thrust with a variety of aerob, aerobic and strength moves like jumps, push-ups, and pull-ups. Basic push-ups. From boot camps to school programs, anywhere you find serious exercisers, you will find the push up. The classic move is used to assess fitness levels, and it is a fundamental component of military basic training. It can be a basic strength exercise, but it also serves as the foundation of many high energy moves and can be combined with other exercises to amp up its intensity. Its drop starting position, legs extended and arms straight, is the launching point for the numerous power exercises. Push-ups target the pectorals, triceps, and anterior deltoids, while also benefit from the midsection. Excuse me, right quick. Let me go get some juice right quick. I am reading this. Um, I gotta take this call. Um, hmm. Uh-oh. Sorry about that, y'all. Just read this right quick and go take this call right quick and I'll be back, inshallah. The King James Version, the King James Study Bible. Isaiah 49. The Holy One, Israel Redeemer. Listen, O owls, unto me, and hearken, ye people from far. The Lord hath called me from the womb. From the bowels of my mother hath he made mention of my name. And he hath made my mouth like a sharp sword. In the shadow of his hand hath he hid me, and made me polished shaft. In his quiver hath he hid me, and said unto me, Thou art my servant, O Israel, in whom I will be glorified. Then I said, I have labored in vain. I have spent my strength for naught and in vain, yet surely my judgment is with the Lord, and my work with my Lord. And now saith the Lord that formed me from the womb to be his servant, to be bring Jacob again to him. Through Israel be not gathered, yet shall I be glorious in the eyes of the Lord. and my God shall be my strength. And he said, It is light thing thou shouldest be my servant to raise up the tribes of Jacob, and to restore the preserve of Israel. I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, and thou mayest be my salvation unto the end of the earth. Thus saith the Lord, the Redeemer of Israel, and his Holy One, to him whom man despiseth, to him whom the nation abhorreth, to be a servant of rulers. Kings shall see and rise, princes also shall worship, because of the Lord that is faithful and the Holy One of Israel, and shall choose thee. Um, that was the Holy Bible. I'm sorry, the King James Version, the King James Version Study Bible. I have to take a phone call. I get back on here later on today. Again, thank you for sharing 16 minutes with me. I didn't mean to cut this short, but I gotta take a phone call. So until next time, peace. Make sure you go to my wife YouTube channel as well, Dion's Life. And if you got any videos or any books that you want me to read, please put them in the comments or DM me, inbox me on Facebook. I love to read. I love to read your book. I would love to purchase your book as well. Um, let's come together as a community, y'all. Let's support one another. Let's uplift one another. Remember, at the end of the day, it's peace, love, unity, community, and family. Take this video from 1 share to 1,000,000 shares, and it all starts with you. So until next time, peace.